Hello. Um, gonna mute Kaizen here. Sorry, bud. Sorry, bud. Actually, I need to just go ahead watch my own stream here. Well, I gotta control my own stream. Okay. I've not looked into this. I just bought it today. Um, let's see how this goes. I have medical fascination. Had I not
Office
had
of the Medical
certain
Examiner,
issues with
Peatsville. Dr. Jack
things,
Hampton is
I would have
speaking.
gone medical.
How can I help you?
Good evening, this is Kate Brooks. I'm not sure if you remember me. A few weeks ago, we talked about an article I'm working on. It's about your wife. I dropped by last Friday to speak to you, but you weren't working at the time. I asked the security guard to pass on a note for me. I would like us to discuss the topic of...
I thought I had made it painfully obvious. For the last time. No! Please don't call me again and stop inquiring about my wife. Damn journalists. They don't let me work. God damn it. I'm not in the best frame of mind to record a lecture for my students now. I'm feeling completely broken. Where did I leave my meds this time?
Why are all smokers, by the way, terrible smokers? They're so wasteful. Like at movies, you see people smoking, and it's like they'll light one and then like go off of it a little bit, and then they'll quit it like immediately, and they'll put it out, and then they'll start another one almost immediately. It's just like, what are you guys fucking doing? But okay, let's look here. What am I wearing? Oh, I'm wearing the apron.
They definitely pay me too little for this.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. This is Kate Brooks. I'm going to read all the stuff on here just so that way if you just have this on, you can just have it on. This is Kate Brooks, a reporter for the New Orleans Weekly. I couldn't find you at home. I'm starting to suspect you are avoiding me, Mr. Hanman. Anyway, as you know, we'd like to write an article commemorating your wife's achievements. We would be delighted to talk to you about it. Along with this note, I am also leaving my business card. Let me call you this evening. I hope to find you at your home, or at the office. Regards, Kate Brooks. Cool, so we can flip and rotate things. I did look at this.
Pay me too
Yeah,
little
okay.
for this.
Hey, Croach. What's up, pal? We'll get a drawer here. What's in the drawer? What's in the box?
Awful. It would be good to finally repair the coffee machine. I guess it was in another life.
Okay, we got a picture here. Okay,
Wednesday.
let's look at our
It's
calendar.
not my favorite day, although it's certainly better than Monday.
Oh my god, Mondays are terrible.
It won't be needed for the next few months.
Okay, so are we going into winter or something? What do we have here? Nothing. Red apple gum. What is there anything that has red apple in it? Oh, here we go. Croach. What's up, pal? This porn max? Can't crouch or zoom, so I guess I won't know. What do we have here? How to break out of this vicious cycle. This vicious cycle is one of my favorite albums from one of my favorite bands. By the way, it's one of their only albums. They have an EP, and that's it. EP and that album. Another person gone missing.
Another kidnapping
Just
this month.
your daily news. I'll get you. Okay. Day and night. We got some books here. Say what you want. Just a book on, just a theory book. Just theory. Mountain. I like looking at some of these small details because it's like I'm gonna notice. Instead of Sony, it's just Tony. That's fun. Holiday Trip 1990. Jane Doe Autopsy. It's weird to put these right next to each other. Warminator? What is that? Warmitator? Atonement Day? Okay. Wedding ceremony. Can't read some of these. Time to Kill. Time to Kill is an actual book. Man and His Woman. Eyes Wide Open. Battle Until Death. Okay. What's up, Croach? Analysis of animal traces in forensics. Ooh, we got a letter with some lipstick on it. Bones! We got some bones. Man, we couldn't mess with that. What do we got here?
Pathology. How to combine the hands of a surgeon, the passion for a good mystery, and an exceptionally strong stomach. Medical University diploma. I didn't know then that I would prefer corpses to living people.
I'm so edgy and dark. Okay. Okay. In the background. What is this? This is clearly a messy utility room. We got a video camera
Pills
here.
first, Jack. Pills.
Gotta find the pills. The numbers, Mason. What do the numbers mean?
I don't see any need to mess with the electrics. They are flaky enough as it is.
Mason. What do the numbers mean?
Let's hope I'm not caught short this evening.
Okay, what is this room? That is the worst bathroom ever. What the fuck are they doing in here? Guys, what the
Only
fuck?
useful when I need to clear leaves from the gutters. But why in the bathroom?
Yeah, that's concerning. Why does it open out? I mean, I get it, but like for a video, like these open, that opens in. What is this?
Okay, time to pull myself together.
Take the red pill.
And get back to work.
It's gotta be a
I need to set the
fucking
camera
reference.
first.
Oh, well, there's the camera. I know where that is. I did some exploring.
Now remember, Jack, don't forget to hit the record button this time.
Good lord, he sounds like a fucking mess. The dissecting room. Not the autopsy room. Not
But
the
word is,
mortuary.
the lab will be open tomorrow. Hopefully the new tripod is going to hold up.
Okay, the nudity sensor is working. Cool.
Now, I just have to get everything in frame.
Okay.
This should be fine. November 20th, 1991. Time,
Okay, cool.
8:43 p.m.
I wonder how many of
Recording
you
from
that
medical
watch
students from the
this.
University of Missouri. This autopsy is conducted by Jack Hanman. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the autopsy room. Today, you will have the dubious pleasure of following a full autopsy, step by step. For those of you who have already performed your first autopsy, this will refresh your basic knowledge. In turn, for those whose knowledge is only theoretical, I advise not to watch this after a meal.
Okay. I don't wash my hands before I do this. Well, that's just not right. But anyway, you said November of 1991. How many of you that watched this were
Scissors,
alive at that time?
syringe, magnifying glass, knife.
Okay, let's see
guess I
here.
forgot to
Let's
clean
look
them
at the
off.
case file. I cannot look at the case file. Okay, let's take a look at the chalkboard. Toby Chambers. Okay, it says look at the chalkboard, but oh, no, not that one. No, not that. No. Okay, if you're a student and you are watching this,
Some of
then
the
you
previous
are
cases, a reminder of more prosperous times.
gonna be really bored for a while. Okay, this is the
Let's
chalkboard.
start.
Okay, so I am gonna actually disinfect.
Always wear an apron, mask, and gloves. Goggles are a must when the job is splashy. And in case of sharp accidents, it's worth having disinfectants at hand. It's true
Thank
that
you
won't
for
get
the
total
attention to
clothes out
detail
straight away,
here.
but if your liver or kidney aren't doing well, you may end up with diarrhea.
Whoa, they spelled diarrhea weird. Can I do I do each one independently or what? What do I do here? No, I don't. So we're just gonna go through each step.
The cadaver is placed on its back on the autopsy table. The pathologist stands on the right of the deceased. Make sure that all the necessary tools are always at hand so that you don't have to run around looking for something like I do all the time.
It makes sense to have the mortician to actually stand on the same side every time, because then you wouldn't have any inconsistencies on the cuts for any wounds, and also you just any kind of visual stuff. You would not confuse certain sides and all that. That makes sense.
In the process of revealing and securing forensic evidence, it is difficult not to interfere with the original condition of the deceased. Written and photographic documentation plays a vital role throughout the entire examination process. During your
And then?
research, be patient, inquisitive, but above all, attentive to detail. Many injuries are visible at first glance, but sometimes they can be cover for more interesting stories. And lastly, remember that nothing teaches you self-narration like working with the dead. So get used to that fact soon. Everyone will think you're talking to yourself. Now,
Okay.
the release folder. That will contain all
Cool.
sorts of pertinent information as to who the deceased might be and what potentially happened to them. So, let's take a closer look, shall we?
What do we have here? Let's look at this. I cannot. Okay.
The deceased's name is Tobias Chambers, locally known as Old Toby. Homeless and unemployed for at least a couple of years.
Okay. And okay, there's
The deceased was found on the outskirts of a parking lot at a gas station, where he often begged and persistently offered drivers to wash their car windows.
okay. Let's look
The
at
body
that.
was noticed by a station employee during the morning shift. Initially, he thought that someone had thrown some boots and a coat in a nearby ditch. It took him a moment to recognize the pile of clothes as the body of a man. He worked most of his life at the local port dealing with unloaded cargo, He was fired for being drunk and starting fights. His son runs a hardware store on his own.
Okay.
His wife left him years ago. They both had no contact with the deceased.
Interesting. When was he found? Because this shows that Anthony was. The store is closed on Sunday. He has 7 to 5. Just figuring out an alibi.
Signs of libation were found around the body. Empty bottles, traces of an inept attempt to start a fire, and a scattered makeshift blanket. That's it.
When was. Okay. It does not say anything. Okay, so you can right bumper through everything.
It's worth remembering the context around the scene of the death. This allows you to better interpret any traces found on the body. I shouldn't start the procedure without gloves.
I'm so glad that there's a cleaning aspect to this.
Now it's our turn to take some pictures for our files. If I can just remember where I left the camera. Aha! There you are. I knew it was here somewhere. As I mentioned at the beginning, before we begin the internal examination, we need to document the cadaver and the condition it arrived in. We begin with a full body photo. Try and stick to the top-down rule, but this is not always possible. Let's keep in mind it's all about the legibility, not the perfect frame.
Okay, okay. It was not liking my,
Voila, now we move on to the next step. Looking for traces. Take your time. Look at the corpse from different sides, from different angles, up close, and from a distance. You're looking for anything out of the ordinary.
Well, we have a
Boiler healed wound. Looks old. I'll take a closer look later.
old stab wound. We have some bruising here on the knee. Some bruising on the foot. Dirty feet, so he's
wounds to the
barefoot.
feet and signs of frostbite, probably because the subject's shoes were too small.
Okay, he wasn't barefoot, but he was still that.
Hardened hands,
What do we have here?
worn out by physical
Okay.
work, and frostbite.
So, first cause of death. Probably. Oh, no, he's got a wound here on his head.
That's
Okay.
interesting. It will be
It
necessary to
pumps.
check whether this injury was severe enough to cause damage to the brain. In a moment, we will check which of our initial observations will be worthy of further consideration. But before we get to that, I need to write down some basic data.
Okay,
Let's start.
one thing. It says,
The cadaver is placed on its back on the autopsy table. The pathologist stands on the right of the deceased. Make sure that all the
okay,
necessary
right
tools
of
are
the
in his
deceased,
hand,
not the
so
right
he can
side
I'm looking for something, like I do all the time.
of, yeah, I mean, that is the right, yeah, not your right, their right. Pin photos to the board. Okay, you're not pinning shit. Okay. Okay, perform the autopsy. Let's.
Personal information. The deceased was unclothed. Date. Okay, as you can see, I note everything down on previously prepared forms. Every pathologist must keep a detailed record of every step of the autopsy. This not only allows you to track the procedure, but also collates the results together, upon which you may back up your conclusions. So, enough of the boring prep. Let's begin by taking a closer look at the spots I photographed earlier. For this, you're going to need a magnifying glass.
Okay, tools, magnifying glass.
Which spot first? It looks like a burn mark. No doubt painful, but it's not pertinent for this case.
Okay, pertinent to the case would be the head
Confirm the
wound.
presence of ecchymosis on the deceased man's head. The appearance indicates the intravital nature of the wound. Add alcohol, which I can clearly smell, and this was an accident just waiting to happen.
We're inspecting. Let's look at these hands.
Here we can see frostbite on the fingertips. We can tell by the characteristic skin color.
And then let's look at the feet. Or the foot.
Definitely a painful mix of frostbite, abrasions, and
Oof.
blisters. Old Toby had been wearing shoes too small for him for a very long time. That's if he wore any at all.
And there we go.
So far, there are lots of
Anticipating he-
superficial wounds, but only one serious injury to the head. Let's go back to our notes.
Highlight the previously found wounds on the clipboard mannequin. Okay, let's pull up the tools.
First, I mark
clipboard.
the location of the injuries and make notes for the head wound. Definitely an important clue. This is something we'll investigate first. Even though this type of wound didn't contribute to the deceased's death, we're still required to record it. We're not in frost season yet, but high humidity, wind, and the inability to warm up can also be causes of frostbite. If Toby's body was cold for a prolonged period, frostbite could have resulted from the body's inflammation. The safety of the internal organs is more important than fingers, nose, or ears. As you can see, we don't have much to go on. Let's write down what preliminary causes of death we can think of.
Preliminary causes of death. I think,
Various
head
types of
wound.
accidents are a common cause of death among the homeless and the elderly. Perhaps old Toby slipped and accidentally hit his head.
If
Considering the
not,
conditions in which he slept, his body may have become hypothermic. The nights have been particularly nasty lately. We will check if there are any signs of freezing internally. This is of no interest to us. Since the deceased clearly smelled of alcohol, I'll add alcohol poisoning to our list.
okay, put down the
We still
clipboard.
have one thing left from the basics. Rigor mortis.
Okay, perform a rigor check. We grab the wrist.
We take our deceased by the hand. Gradually we raise it.
Okay, how's this work? Okay, we hold it, and then we lift with the stick. Okay. Okay. You gotta keep it under that. Okay. This is a weird scale.
Now let it go. As you can see, the hand falls loose. What's the
So he
conclusion?
is not,
Death must have occurred more than 72 hours ago. The police
because he has
investigation
lost
is
rigor.
correct.
Okay, so death is between 10 and 12 p.m. Is that 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. or is that 10 a.m. to 12 p.m.? I'm guessing, so that would make it in the afternoon. I'm gonna guess our first death here is gonna be like very simple.
Head trauma seems the most promising, so we'll start there. For this, I need an oscillating saw. The cut is made from ear to ear.
Gross. Gross. So gross.
We remove the skin and
Okay,
the top of the skull.
you would not do all that like that. You would obviously cut the skin away, fold it over, and then remove the skull. But whatever.
After the basic examination, we can see that the brain's cerebral gyri
Ooh,
in both hemispheres
jiggly.
are symmetric. The brain looks good. Let's take a cross section.
Yeah, we don't have any injuries here.
Some pathologists prefer to examine organs without removing them. However, for me, it's much more convenient to examine them on a board, which we'll do now.
Okay, leave the body. Dissect the brain with the cutting board. Okay, here we go. Oh, Crouch.
Dominant hand. We slowly cut the cranial nerves on both sides, all the time pulling the brain towards us.
Okay, what?
So far, so good. The hematoma seems to have had no effect on the brain.
Okay.
No. Everything is spinning. Pills.
Really?
I have to take pills.
Oh, what the fuck is going on with... Well, the motion blur is real rough. Wrong room. Why do I leave him in the bathroom? That's weird. Okay, I do think that there's a playthrough where you don't take the pills and see what happens. But we're gonna follow the rules here. Oh, Crouch. Hello. Oh, you're purring. You're a purring boy. Here we go.
We can rule the fatal accident out as well.
Okay.
Brain is in good condition, so we have no choice but to proceed to the internal examination of the other organs. I grab a scalpel from my kit.
Scalpel.
The incision should be in the shape of a letter Y. We use a deep cut to reach all the way to the ribs and to penetrate the abdominal wall.
Do I have to cut again? Like, what the fuck?
All right. Now we peel back and separate the skin.
Ooh, that is gruesome. That's fun. We do not have an abdominal wall, though. Do I have to pull this
Now,
back? Okay.
we need to remove the ribs. We'll need the loppers for this.
Okay, we can zoom in. That's fun. Okay, loppers. Okay.
Quite a satisfying crunch, for some anyway. After removing the cartilage tissue, we instantly notice two things. Firstly, there is no congestion
Lungs
of
are
the
shit.
internal organs. This means that although the deceased was hypothermic, it didn't kill him. Secondly, the deceased smoked like a chimney. So, we should take a closer look at those lungs. We can see widespread black and tarry deposits
Oof.
caused by smoking cigarettes. Despite the tragic condition of the lungs, they are not the cause of death. Alice smoked too. It didn't kill her, but... what was I talking about? Lungs. Yes. Advanced inflammation.
Okay, it said the freeze didn't do anything. Mark the lung damage on the clipboard there. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy.
What now? The syringe. Now's a good time to collect some samples. Specifically 3. From the eye, the heart, and the bladder. I'm interested to see the concentration of alcohol in the body. Vitreous humor analysis is very useful in indicating long-term alcohol abuse. Five milliliters from the left ventricle should do it. Now from the bladder, we draw about 10 milliliters of fluid. Now we take our samples to the
over here a bit
centrifuge.
more.
But before I do that, I need to find my notebook. My dyscalculia means that I always double check the settings. Please excuse me while I run and fetch it.
No running.
This whole thing is covered in stains. I should check this out under the microscope sometime. Let's get back to the examination. We put
The center
all the samples
fudge.
into the rotor.
Speed 70%. Place the samples into, okay.
Now we set the appropriate time and speed.
Set 70 and 15 minutes.
Okay, let's roll.
Start the center fudge.
Oh shit, the fuses again.
Oh, that was cool. All
Where
right.
were we? Oh yes, the blood alcohol concentration.
Oh, wrong room.
I don't see any need to mess with the electrics. They are flaky enough as it is.
Okay, so this is a spooky game.
Let's see what we've got here. Everything's separated as it should. Our lab is closed until tomorrow after the last, incident. However, considering that Toby's favorite eau de parfum appears to be ethanol, I'm guessing the results won't surprise me at all. Let's go further. We will now focus on
turn
the
them in?
cardiovascular system, specifically the heart. A considerable collection.
Okay, I don't. Okay, I gotta get back on the other side.
We remove the organ and examine it closely. We look for dark hypoxic
Pull that
areas,
thing out.
clots, or other elements that stand out as abnormal.
No.
At first glance,
Freezing.
the heart looks fine. The pulmonary trunk and aorta seem to be in good condition. There are no pathological changes that would have contributed to Toby's death. Now let's take a closer look at the stomach.
Yeah, let's get in there at that stomach.
Size is normal. healthy, pink color, and as expected,
Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle.
the stomach has no major external damage. We must now cut it open and inspect inside. We will do it carefully so that its contents do not spill out. We open the stomach along the greater curvature, from the heart to the pyloric end. Oh, I already feel like there's something left inside.
Mini games are interesting. But actually, oh, easy there, easy.
Okay, large amount of gas, small amounts of yellow, grayish food content, resembling some kind of meat. Either our deceased hadn't eaten in days, or the bulk of his stomach had already found a way out. Looks like I'll have to find the missing contents. There are two ways here. One is obvious, and the other is... It couldn't have been suffocation, could it? I'll add this to the list and move on to the deceased's neck.
Trachea.
At first glance, the trachea looks normal. Same result as with the stomach. The external inspection doesn't tell us anything. This time we'll cut on a tray. While cutting such a small organ as the trachea, we must make a precise incision. To be able to cut with the very tip of the blade, we must hold the scalpel as we would a pen. And after careful examination and deduction, we've got it. A clogged trachea. It's time to summarize the whole thing.
He choked on his own vomit, it seems.
Based on the report and preliminary documentation, it's safe to assume that the deceased passed out after consumption of alcohol and then fell asleep on his back.
Yeah.
Then, the gastric contents refluxed and flooded the airways, causing death.
The death of Jimi Hendrix.
That's why we don't forget about the recovery position at dorm parties.
I mean, it's technically...
And now it's all clear. The death was suffocation. Now, signature. The mystery is solved. But for us, this is not the end. First, the dead body needs to be cleaned up.
Do I? This is weird.
For this, we will need to close the body and grab the needle. First, we unroll the skin flaps. And then, we sew the deceased back up. I'm using the baseball stitch technique. This stitching method is very strong and quick to do. Beautiful. Now we say goodbye to the deceased and put them safely in the fridge, ready for the next stage of their journey.
All right, this game is interesting. I mean, I got it for. Let's see here. Let's look at how much it was. Game card. Let's look at it in store. If this is your thing, fucking get on it, because this is really cool. I'm again medical nerd.
I'll drop these samples off at the lab on the way to the bar.
Don't hit stop on the camera. Okay.
I wasn't sure it would amount to anything, but the World Wide Web has been a blessing for speeding up my work.
Just leaving donuts out.
Seems to be set up and ready to go.
Before I go, just look at things. Just leaving organs out? Like, come on, man. You gotta clean up your shit a little bit better.
It's been a while since the eyewash in this thing's changed. It's probably a health hazard now.
Gross. So gross. Okay. What do we got?
I'll go,
And
Steven. I don't feel like drinking alone today.
oh, this is not a loading screen. I thought it was a loading screen. Let me guess. It's my wife. I'll never know. Ah. Weeping blood. That's a lot of skulls. It's got some bones. Definitely some bones. Well, that's fun.
Forgive me. What? Ah, fuck. I should take my pills.
Took my pills in the bathroom.
So much light everywhere.
What? Okay. Bathroom's definitely through here. No, that's outside. Where the fuck is the bathroom? Why is this place arranged like this? Okay. There we go. Definitely want to do a playthrough where I don't take the pills.
It's a shame this won't help with my hangover.
Unless it won't let me.
The fuck.
Don't answer the phone.
Okay. I know I'm late. I'll be
Parasonic, that's fun.
It's not like the dead are impatient.
Jack, no.
Alice? Who is this?
It's Charlotte Graves.
Oh. God, I'm sorry. I didn't recognize you. I thought it was work calling.
Get a wriggle
I
on?
hate it when work calls me at home, too. How is everything? We haven't talked since,
Well, there are good days, and there are bad days. What can I say? At least I can hide away at work.
Well, you always were the most comfortable in the dissecting room. Listen, I have an unusual request.
Okay, how can I help?
It's nothing serious. I just wanted to ask. Do you have any pictures of Alice? Maybe one where the two of us are together? I'd love to have something to remind me of her.
I guess. I'm not sure. I'll look through her things.
Thank you. I'm sorry to trouble you with this. All this can't be easy for you.
I'll get through it somehow. I've been needing to sort through her stuff for a while. Have you asked Stephen if he has anything?
Yes, I spoke with him this morning. He said he gave everything to their mother and that I should ask you.
I see.
Jack, I know you're trying. That you cope somehow. Stephen's there for you. Although, well, we all know how he can be. But, I mean, if you wanted to reminisce about Alice, talk.
I really should go now. I overslept, I'm late for work, and I still have some errands to run on the way.
Okay, sure. Sorry to keep you.
I'll look for something and send it over. Thanks for the call, and bye.
Oh, do you have my address?
Not on hand. You'd best remind me again.
292 Browning Lane, apartment 432, Johnson City, New York, 13790.
Got it. Thanks.
Thank you. It would mean a lot to me. Just miss her so much.
Yeah, me too. And that's okay. Really, no problem.
Thank you. Take care, Jack.
You too, Charlotte. It was nice to hear you. Well, that was a bit unexpected. I should probably find something to send.
Dog. Got some prongles. Is that Bringles?
The remnants of last night's binge with Stephen. I'm not sure if it's still edible.
On the downside, you're getting old. On the plus side, unlike me, you won't start going bald. Babe.
I still feel uneasy. At this time, Alice would probably be sitting here reading a book. They certainly have more will to live than I do.
Photos before.
I'm not in the mood for music lately. An indispensable element of every office. I should really try and read a few of these. Some days, I just feel like setting fire to all this paperwork. I'm fed up with it. It hurts too much to look at these, but I can't throw them away.
Can't get close enough for that to give me its thing. Is it on the other side of the wall? It's the other side of the wall.
Alice didn't like this portrait. I really need to get this laundry done. Alice and Charlotte in Amsterdam.
Submitter 75.
If Charlotte had this, it deserves to be on display and not hidden in a drawer. These were from Thanksgiving. Stephen invited me. I was going to give them to his mother, but then I met Alice. It was the first time I saw her. It's been almost a year.
Alrighty.
Time flies, and probably doesn't have to get up to work.
I love the idea that I opened the door and just have been doing all this, like, just openly.
Nah, I'll shower later.
It's a lot of
It's just
Jesus.
too dirty to use.
Good way to get around that. Look at that. There's 3 boxes of toothpaste. What the fuck? Also, like, you don't have the tube?
I think I'll take a piss at work. At least their toilets will have been cleaned.
Can I go here? No? No?
I think I'll take a piss at work. At least their toilets will have been cleaned.
But your toilet paper situation is tragic. I'm just leaving shit out here in the hallway.
Alice used to joke that smoking near plants made cigarettes less harmful.
That's alright. What do we got? Just horror movie. we taking the stairs. Can you take the elevator? Yeah, you can. I'm gonna take this. Oh, find a photo of Alice and an envelope to send. Okay, I need an envelope. Was there an envelope in here? No, didn't seem like it. Oh no, that's an envelope.
Okay.
There we go.
Time to go to work. I'm seriously late. Oh shit.
Let's take the stairs.
Almost left the door open.
Oh, yeah. I closed it the first time and then...
Some coffee and aspirin on the way.
that thing. And it's a clown. That's fun. Well, that's chaos. What we got here?
Standard correspondence consisting of bills, advertising leaflets, and pious reminders about the upcoming end of the world.
I'm looking for a babysitter for a 3-year-old girl. We offer to help alcohol addicts. How can a locker be out of service? Especially if it's locked. Okay, we're gonna... Is that the Breaking Bad RV? There are chemicals next to it. Beakers. I'm gonna guess that's exactly what that is. Spotted. Red Apple Gum. I think Red Apple is the brand that is in the Tarantino movies.
I hope this helps, Charlotte. Okay, all done here. Time to go.
I just heard some running away. Get in your car and leave for work. Which car is mine? Is that this one? Yeah, it is. Is there any other Easter eggs? Is there basketball out here? Nothing I can pick up. Alright.
Damn, I forgot my jacket. Ah, well. I'll brave it for tonight. Too bad. Nice and fresh. At least it's peaceful here.
Peatsville. Is that a real city? I'm curious. I like exploring and stuff. If you've watched my other games, you know that I like exploring. Also, it seems like this game wants you to. See what I mean? I got a lit thing here for this. Interesting. We might have to go down there. Yep. Yeah, we're gonna have to go down there at some point. There's stuff in. There's gotta be something in there. That's right. There we go. There's gotta be a way. There's gotta be something in there. Okay. Can't do that yet. Playing some social distortion earlier, and it's in my head. Okay, going inside. That is a terrible bike design. What in the hell? What is that top tube? Why does it have two? Of course. Ugh. Ugh. And then the angle of the seat tube is so bad. Although, even with the rear triangle, it is almost directly over the axle, so that's not bad. But that I need to look this up, see if there's a bike with a double top tube like that. That's so high. Good lord. Also, the bottom top tube isn't even welded in there. That's just bolted on. Actually, none of these top tubes are welded in there. That's bolted on there. This has got to be based on a real bike. Yeah, those pedals are terrible. Got 3-piece cranks, though. An autopsy simulator, and I'm here critiquing how a bike is made. Is a wild seat. The springs are gnarly. Ugh, you're gonna have an issue when you pick that bike out of here. Just because you know you're gonna forget that's in there. Oh, that bike is interesting.
Good evening, Mr. Ridley. Has Steven delivered the body?
Mm-hmm.
Did he leave it where he usually does?
Uh-huh.
As always, it's a real pleasure talking to you.
If you say so.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry. Edmund, if you leave the autopsy mess again, see, I was talking about him cleaning up the organs. Remember to sign in. It doesn't give me the option to sign in. It doesn't give me the option to sign in. So how can I remember to sign in if it won't let me sign in? Come on. You don't even... come on. Attention to detail. Come on. You guys suck.
Corpses have more personality than this guy.
I'm curious what's in here. Alright. Okay, that's that room again. Oh god. Oh wait, I needed to pee. My character did. Oh no, he doesn't need to pee.
Christ. Who leaves the window open in the middle of November? So I'd better check the answering machine. always said not to accept sweets from strangers.
Hi, Jack. I dropped by a little early today. I left the body with Ridley in the corridor. He wasn't sitting in the locker then, so maybe he'll even throw him into the room. Well, how are you doing? I mean, it's your first birthday without her, and I still have a hangover, and you know me, I run to the John like the neighbor's fucking dog. You know, today I slipped on his shit again. That fucking
Oh,
furball.
gross.
He always has to shit next to my car. Anyway, I can't come over in the evening, but we'll catch up on the weekend, okay? Bye. I almost forgot. Charlotte called me this morning. She asked about you, so answer your calls, Jack. This time it's not a reprimand for being late.
Yeah, I
That's
talked to her.
of course. I wonder when this clown will learn to
Inspect my muffin. No, go, no.
birthday. I actually forgot it was today. Now let's make
Chocolate muffin does sound good.
Every birthday.
Whee!
Okay, joke's over. Apron, gloves, and get to work.
Okay, I couldn't come in this room before. Okay. Was there any other room? Oh no, just those rooms. Okay. Let's cut open a body. Do I get to wash my hands now? Nope, again. Wear the gloves.
Another batch of these. I've got to remember to do that later. Oh, man. I remember you. You were on that talent show. What was your name again? Steven laughs at me for recording everything. He says I have a bigger collection of stuff like this than most of the creeps he's caught. November 21st, 1991. Time, 9:13 p.m. The autopsy is conducted by Jack Hanman. Lecture for the Medical University of Missouri. After yesterday's lecture, you should already know the ins and outs, so today we'll be consolidating our knowledge. So, where do I start? That's right, police folder.
Okay, Samantha
Yes,
Barker.
Samantha Barker. Now remember, there's probably going to be a lot of chatter about this.
Again, like I said for the previous one, was anybody alive at this time?
Officers were called by a concerned friend of the deceased, who had been unable to contact Barker for several days. During the interrogation, a friend of the deceased admitted that Samantha never got to grips with the sudden fame that came after winning such a high-profile talent show. The deceased was found in her own apartment, in a semi-recumbent position on an armchair. Large quantities of alcohol and empty packets of sleeping pills were also found in the apartment. After her first album became a commercial success, she was hit with a creative drought. She suffered panic attacks and severe sleep problems. Drugs and medication came into play.
Pentobarbital. Sounds like a...
When questioned, friends admitted that Samantha's last days before losing contact seemed extremely happy and relaxed. She also quit drinking alcohol and mentioned something about rehab. The friend also admits that there was no indication of an impending tragedy. Well, let's see what's said of this matter. As you can see, the body is fully clothed. Therefore, before we move on to photographic documentation, we must remove the clothes. This time, we don't have to focus on the clothes too much. However, there are cases where a clothing analysis can lead to the cause of death. Okay, now we can continue with the examination. Again, begin by taking photographs of the cadaver. I guarantee that over time it will cease being embarrassing for you. First, we photograph the whole body. And now, any suspicious-looking marks or wounds.
Well, we got ligature marks here.
Interesting. Very uneven. We need to investigate this.
Yeah, we got ligature marks. We got some bruising right here in the pelvic area.
Normal contusion.
We have marks on my hands here.
Yes, I've seen this many times.
Can you not go? Yes. What do we have on the feet? Yeah, we do have marks on the feet here too.
Well, there's even more here.
Dude, you sound like a fucking creep. What the fuck's wrong with you? Okay. Let's go to the other side. Those are gonna. Okay, no. I would think that would do it, but legs are dirty as hell. Oh, it's the bruising on the shoulder here, maybe? Yeah. I didn't see that one the first time I went over there.
You will need to look into here.
Why are you putting these up in weird ways? Alright. Let's do a rigor test.
Time to take a closer look.
Okay, it's not having me do the rigor test yet. Now let's look at this one.
Bruises are caused by either a very heavy blow or by some internal issues.
Okay. Let's look at these ligature marks.
Some furrows have imprinted more strongly, others less, as if someone was undecided.
Got bruising on the shoulder.
Bruises suggest that there may have been some kind of tussle. And here's something interesting. The skin of the deceased is covered with numerous blisters. Some of them are ruptured. Others still contain fluid residue. More numerous blisters. We have some leads to investigate here. Let's write this down. On the neck of the deceased, we can see clear furrows, indicating that strangulation may be the probable cause of death. Given the condition of the deceased, it's difficult to tell immediately whether the bruises were the result of a struggle or perhaps the result of iron deficiency. Currently, it's difficult to say whether the bruises were the result of a beating or whether it could be some kind of internal bleeding. In general, such blisters usually appear in the case of mechanical abrasions, but due to the
barbiturate poisoning,
this should be excluded. The most likely cause of such skin changes is the high concentration of barbiturates in the body. Although it's easier to have abrasions on your feet, but the number and size of the blisters suggests that it's probably a matter of barbiturate poisoning. To be checked in the lab later. A severed spinal cord, trauma to the larynx, or trachea will verify whether the hanging was the final nail in Miss Barker's coffin. Examination with a UV lamp will dispel some doubts. Potential attackers could have left traces. After examining the organs, we can easily verify whether there was internal bleeding or whether the deceased was suffering from something. I'll add barbiturates to the list of necessary tests. Given the testimony of the victim's friend, I add alcohol. But first I'll check for external traces. For this we use the good old UV lamp. I look carefully at the whole body. UV rays will reveal the area around the head is empty. Torso. The left hand seems to be fine. No marks. Right hand clean. Legs, there's nothing here. Ah, well, nothing to surprise us here. Now gently, we take the deceased by the hand.
Okay, now we do the rear test.
And we check for rigor mortis. Again, the hand falls freely. Since we don't have a definitive lead, we will examine all the key organs one by one.
Alrighty.
So, I'm starting the internal inspection.
Oh, wait. I didn't mark the rigor. No, it just automatically did.
I dissect the skin of the deceased. And I proceed to deflect the skin flaps. Compared with yesterday's body, the deceased has only trace amounts of adipose tissue.
Adipose.
Now for the ribs. What do we have here? Or rather,
Ooh.
what don't we have? There is certainly no sign of internal bleeding. Before I disembowel the deceased, I will take samples for toxicological tests to determine the alcohol content in the body. I just need my syringe. Just to be sure, I'm taking samples from 3 organs: the eyeball, the heart, and the bladder. Analysis will rule out, or confirm, alcohol poisoning as the cause of death.
Those lungs are garbage.
I'll transfer these to the centrifuge.
I was trying to grab the notebook earlier. Wouldn't let me.
What was it? 15, 70, 10, 75?
It was 15 and
Numbers
70.
have never been my strong point. It's probably why I regularly forgot birthdays and anniversaries. I'm lucky Alice always forgave me.
Yep, 15 and 70. Get in there.
Gently does it with this old thing. Handle with kid gloves. I'm I'm starting the centrifuge. Let's see what results come out. The laboratory is already open, so... Fucking hell! Ridley! Mr. Ridley! The fuses need resetting. Where is he? Fuck it. I'll do it myself.
Well, that was fun. Someone just walked straight across there. No, that's the bathroom. That's the kitchen, I think. And then, yeah, this is the room.
First the right, and then the left. And voila. Oh, for fuck's sake. Can't I work in peace? Jack Hanman speaking.
Easy, why so rude?
Steve? Sorry, man. This place is falling apart, and Ridley won't even lift a finger to help. You just can't work here.
Did the centrifuge trip the fuses again?
Yeah, eventually everything's gonna go up in smoke.
Look on the bright side. It's free cremation with your autopsy.
Jesus, stop it. That shit pisses me off.
Okay, sorry, Jack. Anyway, I'm calling to ask how the autopsy's going. Soon there'll be journalists sniffing around for info, so best be ready.
I'll whiz through this in a couple of hours. It doesn't look like a complicated case to me. More of a formality. The report will be available in the morning.
Sounds great. Thanks. Phew. How's your head?
Well, my head seems better than yours. On the way to work.
Holy fuck.
What? What's happening?
Quiet.
A 3-car police convoy was involved in an accident near Pete's Bay Bridge while transporting prisoners to Orleans Parish Prison. At the moment, we do not know the exact number of victims or whether any of the convicts escaped. However, the scale of the accident indicates a large number of victims, possibly even fatal ones. Police are on their way to investigate the incident and secure the area. We know that the injured prisoners are on death row. The police were to transport them to their execution, which was to take place tomorrow morning. Many of them are very dangerous criminals. We will report on the matter on an ongoing basis, so stay tuned with us.
What? Stephen.
Oh.
Was Red Pete one of the passengers? He was, wasn't he? What if he survived?
Jack, I have to go. You won't be on site.
What if he survived?
I gotta go. Talk to you later, okay?
So his wife was murdered. Alice was murdered.
Down, Jack. Pills.
Check the bathroom for your pills. Not go into the bathroom for your pills.
You heard him, Jack.
But check the bathroom for your pills.
Serious accident. Lots of victims. He's definitely dead. Yes. Nothing's going to happen. Christ. I've got to get back to work.
Interesting. Alright. Well, that's fun. Just slammed.
Technical break. At least I know I can pursue a career as a janitor if I need to.
Alright.
Alright, let's see if we were able to get anything out of this piece of crap. And miraculously, yes, the samples did spin. I'll transfer them to the chromograph in the lab.
Okay. We're gonna take those over there now. Yep. Okay.
All right, let's load this up.
Okay. Windows closed. Where's the chronograph? Oh, okay.
I placed the test tubes in the rack. Now, just take 5 milliliters from each.
Five.
Precisely.
What am I doing here? Okay.
And the next.
Okay. I don't put this in anything.
Five more. We put the prepared sample into the machine. Let's see what we have here. The results indicate that the deceased did consume alcohol shortly before her death. However, this is not an amount that could cause poisoning leading to death. Just slight inebriation. I can return to the body and continue the rest of the examination. The chromatograph results show that we can eliminate alcohol poisoning from our list of potential causes of death. However, remember that alcohol can affect the functioning of the entire body. It disturbs the heart rhythm, accelerating its rate, and dilutes the blood, which may result in more severe bleeding in the event of an accident. Also remember that alcohol affects the metabolism of drugs in the liver, which I'll now look at in more detail. First, I'll pick up the syringe again. I'll take samples from the liver and the heart to test the concentration of barbiturates in the body. That's enough. I'll do the test later. I'd best not try my luck with the centrifuge right now. Now I remove the liver. No lesions. However, it is slightly enlarged. Perhaps it's a slight inflammation or drug-induced damage. It may also be the result of the deposition of substances from drugs. Let's check the weight of the organ.
Plop.
Weight is 1,300 grams. The liver is enlarged. I'll move on to a cross-sectional study. Perhaps the enlargement is the result of early cancerous changes. The blade glides through smoothly. I don't feel like I'm encountering any changes with an unusual structure.
Okay.
No steatosis or cirrhosis. The liver is actually quite clean inside. The liver is basically healthy. We already know that the deceased didn't abuse alcohol. The question is, what about drugs or other substances? I move on to the heart. Oh. At a glance, we can see signs of a heart attack. The deceased is definitely too young to have a heart attack due to natural causes. The liver is enlarged, not from alcohol poisoning, and the heart looks like it has collapsed. So, I guess we need to go to the centrifuge and check for these barbiturates. I wonder how she was able to get hold of these drugs. The last time I saw this kind of poisoning was a few years ago. He was a middle-aged guy. He took his medication and forgot about it. So, he took another pill. He forgot again and took another one. And another one. Until he took the last one. That's why it's better to have amnesic drugs in boxes labeled with the days of the week. This sort of thing rarely happens anymore. Doctors tend to prescribe benzodiazepines. They are safer, but still shouldn't be combined with alcohol.
Was this guy, I said it. What? What's going on? What's wrong? Do I set it down to 0 and then reset? Because, yeah. Did I not put all of them in there? I did this. What's going on?
A considerable collection.
Okay. Am I doing something wrong here? Okay, it's 75, 10 minutes if there's barbiturates in the body. Okay, God, there's a lot of notes for everything. 75, 10. There we go.
We close the centrifuge and pray that it doesn't trip anything again. It looks like our luck is in.
A lot more notes than I thought there were.
We can take the samples to the lab now. Okay, 2 samples this time. 6 milliliters each. Well, let's see how much of it we find. Nothing surprising. Significant amounts of phenobarbital metabolites of hepatic origin. Looks like I'll have to check the contents of the deceased's stomach. The tests showed that the collected blood contained enough barbiturates to cause cardiopulmonary collapse. The question now is whether it was an accident or a deliberate act. I'm proceeding to examine the stomach. Before extraction, I ligate the entire organ to prevent its contents from spilling out. Okay, I'm now cutting out the organ, which will move to the board for dissection.
Love how all this just stays floating there.
Normally, the stomach and intestines are full of surprises. Not this time. We see remnants of undigested
That's a lot of
food
pills.
and a dense mass of pills. You don't take this many drugs by accident.
Actually, can I clean this up now? I cannot.
Length and width normal. No obvious pathological changes. Undigested drugs found in the stomach of the deceased. The direct cause of death was probably an overdose. I'll check the rest of the organs, and then the nervous system. We'll see how significant the marks on the neck are for the whole case. Lungs are normal, no lesions. The victim was probably a smoker, but was unlikely to be in any serious danger. The deceased's trachea is normal, complete patency. No food or fluid. The deceased's intestine is normal, no clear pathological changes. Abdominal cavity checked off. We can check the brain.
Alright. Here we
I
go.
cut to open the lid of the victim's skull and remove the brain.
Ooh, that's not a pretty
Brain is
pink.
normal. No obvious lesions. Alright. I need to dissect it on a board.
Just that much darker in here? Oh
Using
yeah,
a
it looks
knife,
fine there.
I carefully cut through the brain tissue. As expected, the deceased's brain is in excellent condition. No discoloration or changes due to hypoxia. There is still the matter of the marks on the neck. They look superficial, but who knows? Maybe the spinal cord has been severed. I need goggles and a saber saw. I think the goggles were in the desk drawer.
No, goggles are right here.
Alice.
Do I need to go take more pills?
Saw. I need saw. Oh, I know. I probably left it in the basement after its last cleaning.
That's office. I keep forgetting. It's not letting me. Oh, no. What's that? I was starting to trip balls. So we're gonna take one at first indication.
Mr. Ridley, I need a key to the basement.
It's in the social room.
Why is the key lying at the... never mind. Thank you.
Hey, Hammond. Did you hear about the convoy? Well, maybe you'll get a chance to relive your glory days and catch Red Beat again, huh?
Let's hope there won't be a need for that.
You're gonna get murdered. Just had a feeling you're gonna get murdered.
If only he
Social
could put that much
room.
enthusiasm into his work. I get the feeling that searching through this rubbish is more pathogenic than working with corpses. Please, may this be the last trip.
Do I have to go outside for it? Yeah, I guess I do.
Fuck. Why did the prison convoy have to get into an accident? Jack, take a deep breath. Deep, pleasantly
Gate is
cool
closed.
breath.
I have a feeling the shed door is gonna just be open. Ooh, we got a sewer thing here. Forgot about that. I didn't see it.
Nearly finished with the autopsy. Then
And the fact that I'm walking around with the gloves right now is just ridiculous.
I'll take this. Fuck! It's jammed! Doesn't anyone do maintenance around here? Damn Ash. Damn Red Pete.
I somehow opened the other door too. Let's see. I just hit a button to try to turn on a flashlight. Okay, there's the saw. We're gonna keep looking around though. Oh. Alright, nothing interesting down here. No Easter eggs, no.
Forgot this thing was standing here.
That was fun.
It would be easier if I put things away properly. Damn student lectures and their fucking props.
Okay, can't close the door here. Okay. So I understand they needed a light bulb here, but like to just have it draped. I do appreciate the fact that it's just a light bulb on a cable. And they ran it to the building. That's fun. but yeah. I can't lock it. Okay, you're still alive. Windows closed. Windows are closed. That one's barred, but the window's open. That's interesting. Check my office again. See if we got anything interesting going on here. Nothing. Check this area. Windows closed.
Sorry for the short interruption. I hope you all took the opportunity to grab some coffee. And now that I have everything I need, I'll move on to revealing the spinal cord.
Oh. Okay, light is going. Okay. It wasn't giving me a thing. Okay, these.
The spine is removed.
Woof.
My head. Oh, I can't think straight. Pills. Where are my pills?
Already took some. Bud.
Calm down, Jack. Take it easy. Take your pills.
To the right. It even says on the fucking wall. Alright, I'm gonna stop here after this is done. I think this is a good stopping point for this.
I can see that the spinal cord was not severed. This shows that apart from the marks around the neck, hanging didn't negatively affect the condition of the deceased.
Strangulation.
Almost over. Now, to sum up and tidy away the body. The direct cause of Samantha Barker's death was a heart attack resulting from an overdose of barbiturates. Traces found on the body suggest that the overdose was a deliberate act, following a failed attempt to hang herself. The autopsy found no evidence or genetic materials indicating that death could have been the result of an attack. Third-party involvement must be excluded. Autograph, and we can start sewing.
Pretty dark.
In the 1950s and 1960s, the use of barbiturates for suicide was actually quite common. I think it was most talked about after the death of Marilyn Monroe. At home, it was a help and comfort. On death row, A farewell to the convicts.
Actually, can I put the organs back in? Like, what do we got here? Oh, no, organs are gone. Okay, let's close her out. We aren't putting anything back, apparently.
That's the way it goes. It isn't the drug, but the dose that makes the poison. Well, we're done for today. Thank you for your attention.
Put her in the drawer. Close it up.
Tiring day. I can feel those
All right.
pains coming on. I guess I'll have to pick something up along the way.
Let that run, apparently. Can I not put this away? I can't. Okay. So you just leave that out, apparently. It's just inconsiderate. I also love the fact that he takes pills, but he just leaves them in the open.
Do me good. Good night, Mr. Ridley. The police will pick up the body and accompanying documentation in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I guess there are actually
Head to
two
your
things in this world you can be certain of. Death and Ridley's reluctant attitude.
Okay. Let's look and see. No, that's basements. Let's look in the basement. No, nothing's changed. Alrighty. Get in the car and that'll be it for this.
Alright, maybe three things. My whiskey on the rocks when I get home.
Alright. Well, let's...
So cold. I guess I should have brought my jacket to work.
Yeah. Thought that was gonna be it, but ooh. Cola.
This block can be quite intimidating when it's so quiet.
Let's see. No one lurking. Door went through me. Of course, close all doors as we go through. We're gonna take the stairs again. Just to see if anything's changed. I don't remember seeing those, but I wasn't super looking.
What? What?
Oh,
The fuck? But I locked it. I'm sure of it.
yeah, windows open, bud. Alright, and that'll be it.
Who the fuck did this? I don't have anything valuable. Money. They must have stolen the money.
Alright, and we will save that.